Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Samantha Izundu if you haven't been here before, and if you have, welcome back. So we are back at my weekly makeup bag. A lot of people call it makeup basket or shop my stash, but I call it weekly makeup bag because I put everything in a different makeup bag every week. I've probably got about 10 makeup bags. You know how you just collect them with like free gift with purchase type of situations? So this is my Sydney Grace one. Actually goes well in my theme of makeup today. So we're gonna go through everything that I wore throughout the week, how I enjoyed it. If I didn't like it, I will declutter it, and if I did, I will keep it. Then I'll take you through to my makeup drawers and randomly select new items for the week coming. I also want to note my daughter does feature in this video. She's about to go sit on the lounge, so she's just going to be wandering in the background. So say hi, Ivy. Okay, let's start with my primer. I have the Essence Prime & Studio HD Hydro Primer Spray. So I had this not long ago. I don't know what it is about, I mean it's random, that's why, but I tend to get like the same products. I've been doing this for like, what, 4 weeks now? And I've already had so many repeats. It's like, guys, give me some variety, jeez. So yeah, had this spray, like I decided to keep it last time. I think it's gonna be really quick to finish. What am I up to? I'm already up to here, just here. And I've been using this for all in total 2 weeks. So it's not gonna take long to finish this, so I'm gonna keep it. It's fine, I don't think it really does anything. I just spray before my makeup, but I'll keep it. Doesn't hurt. It doesn't make my makeup worse, so. My foundation was the Balm Shelter Tinted Moisturizer in the shade Lighter Than Light. And it was lighter than light. It was actually too light. So what I did was I mixed it with my Bare Minerals Buttercream, which is too dark. And then it's worked out fine. So it works out fine on my skin, but it is too light. This is definitely a winter item. I think in future, if I pick this in summer, I will reselect because it's very white. It's a winter item. My concealer was my Flower Beauty Light Illusion in the shade Fair. And this is beautiful. I absolutely love this concealer. It is gorgeous. If you don't own this, it's super cheap at Chemist Warehouse if you're Australian. And oh, I just love it. The problem with Flower Beauty is their shade range is pretty horrible. Even their, if I could speak on my skin tone, their lightest shade is still a bit too dark for me. So, and I'm not the fairest of fair. Like, I'm fair, but I'm not the fairest of fair. They need to expand their shade range for sure. For my setting spray, I had the Urban Decay De-Slick Oil Control. I don't know how effective this is. I've been getting really oily lately because as I go into summer, I tend to get oily skin. And by the end of the day, I am not De-Slick, I am slick. It says up to 16-hour wear. I don't believe it. You know, that's my experience. Next is my bronzer. My bronzer was the XX Revolution bronzer in Demo. The packaging's so cool on this. And I wasn't 100% sure how I would like this because I hadn't worn it much. And I actually quite like it. It's not my favorite bronzer. It's a very dry formula, but I've learned to quite like it. And this is what I love about my weekly makeup bag is I'm using products that I didn't have a great first impression, but I'm kind of, you know, developing a love story with. I wouldn't say this is the love of my life, but it's a good relationship. Next is my blush, and I have the Wet n Wild Color Icon. I don't know the shade name because it was on the sticker that I took off, but I call it Coral. I've had this blush for a while, so I knew I was going to love it, and I did, so there's no issues there. Definitely keeping that. My highlighter is something I hadn't used before. It is the Sydney Grace Whipped Berry. So the shade here, I'll just swatch it. It actually doesn't come off. It looks really dark there. It's quite interesting, but when it's on my skin, I don't feel like it's too dark. Also, my face is darker than my hand right now because of bronzer. But when it goes over the top of bronzer, I don't feel like it's an issue at all. Like, I really don't. I can see how it could be too dark, but if I would only wear this if I'm like super bronzy, which I am today. My face palette was the Nars Orgasm Infatuation. Ooh. Infatuation. I used the bronzer I think once. I tried to focus on the other bronzer. I don't think I used the blush, and I don't think I used the highlighter because I really wanted to use the ones that I had. I always add in a face palette if I want like an extra option, but I ended up being fine. Brow product was the Urban Decay Brow Endowed. It's got one side is a primer, and then the other side is the color. I love the tiny spoolie on this. So when I first got this, when I first picked this out, I was a little bit concerned because I didn't have a good first impression, but I wanted to take this opportunity to see how I liked it, and I've found a way to make this work for me. So I think with me, my brows aren't those naturally bushy brows, which this is perfect for, so I have to go in with a pencil first. So it's a little bit more time consuming, but I do really enjoy the product itself. I love the primer. It just thickens up your individual hairs, and no, I actually really like it, and the color ends up working for me because I have the pencil underneath. I don't go in heavy with the pencil, but I just kind of fill in any gaps and then go in with that. So I really ended up enjoying that. So that was a real win-win for me. Next is my lips. I had a lipstick option and a lip tint option. I like to have two lip options because you don't want, depending on what you pick, you don't want like a bold lip every day. So my lipstick is what I'm wearing today, and today is the only day I wore it because it's a very bold lip. And it's the Inglot number 175. So it looks black in the pot. It looks almost black on my lips, but it's got a purple tint to it. So I love this one. I just recently decluttered some lip products, so I knew I wasn't going to declutter this. But yeah, I'm happy to have used it because I haven't used it in a while. Next is my lip tint from Heimish. It is the Varnish Velvet Lip Tint in the shade Dry Rose. I used this a few times and then might have put a gloss on top, or if I was just leaving the house, I just put this like in the center of my lips. Next is my lip liner from Narby. It is in the shade Light Pink. I did not use this once because I don't really wear this kind of pink much. I think I'm gonna declutter it. I just don't use it. And I don't really wear pink lipstick like this shade. So I was holding on to it in the moment that I would need it, but I just don't think I'm gonna use it, so I'm gonna declutter that. My eyeliner I had was the XX Revolution Exact Eyeliner. I use this a lot because my eyeshadow palette was really neutral, so I use this pretty much every day. It's not my favorite eyeliner, but it works, it's doable. And then lastly are my two eyeshadow products. My single was from an old Urban Decay Vice palette in the blue, and I've actually used this as my eyeliner today, and it's really pretty. And then I decided to use in my Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette. Today I just used this color. I use this color pretty much every day. It's my favorite color in the palette. It is just the most beautiful like transition shade for me. It just looks so nice on my skin tone. I absolutely love it, and I thought it would look really nice with my purple lips. So yeah, I adore this palette. I use it every day. It was not an issue at all. I used this one other day. I can't remember if I took a picture. I'm horrible at taking pictures. I just really need to try and get in the rhythm of it. I think I maybe took 1 or 2 pictures that I remembered, but I wore this palette every day, and I wore this twice in total. I will be keeping these as well. So all in all, I'm just going to be decluttering one item, which is not bad. My intention is not to just declutter everything. It's just if it's not working for me. I didn't even use this once, which was a sign for me. So this is my declutter item. Now we're going to go over to my makeup drawer, and I'm going to show you all the items that I randomly selected. Alright guys, so I'm going to start with my primer first, and what I selected from my Pretty Random app is the Hourglass Veil again. So I had this not last week but the week before. It's funny, I keep getting repeats when I have all of these options in here. But I'm going to use this one because I still enjoy using it. So that is our primer. Next is my foundation, and oh, here it is. Yeah, I do have it. It is my Hourglass again, the Illusion Skin Tint. So I might even finish this week because I'm very low on this. I have the shade Ivory. I absolutely love it. But yeah, I might even finish it. Next we have my concealer, which is one I haven't used in a while. Actually, It's not in the right spot, it's over here. Here we have the Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer from Too Faced, and I am in the shade Swan, and it's a really good match for me. I used to use this, oops, I used to use this every single day. It used to be like my first like high-end concealer, and like I was so excited for it. So I have used quite a bit of it. It is something that I would like to finish next year, maybe my project pan. So yeah, I'm excited to have this for the week. The powder that I selected is one of my faves. It is the Sephora. It is the Sephora Smoothing and Brightening Powder, and I've hit pan on it. And I just love using this. It's really finely milled, and it's a great translucent pressed powder. They do have it in a darker shade as well. So this is the light shade, and then they also have another shade as well. So that is my powder. For setting spray, I have the MAC Fix Plus again. I mean, these are always going to be repeats because I only have 4. But yeah, I'm happy to use that. That's not the most exciting item, that's for sure. So next we have my bronzer, and I actually chose this bronze palette. I don't have this in my face palettes because they're all bronzers. I just use them as a bronzer option. So I'm excited to be using this because I get lots of options, which is cool. I do enjoy using this. I don't think I can use every single shade, but yeah, I'm happy to be using this for the week. My blush is the Milani. I tried to put this in my project pan and it was so difficult. It is so hard pressed in here. It looks like I've never used it, and I've used it like 1,000 times. It's crazy. So yeah, I do love this blush. It's absolutely beautiful. So that is my blush option. My highlight is my indie brand Hey Glisten. This is a loose highlighter in the shade Ivy. Just like my loud daughter in the background. So here, this is like a loose. It's really pretty. It's like for fair skin only. But it's got like a greeny gold shift. It's so pretty. So that'll be really nice to use. So my eyeliner that I picked out is one I haven't used in so long. It is the Stila Smudge Pot. And I used to be really into this. It looks like I haven't used much, but that is actually quite a lot for a smudge pot. So yeah, hopefully this hasn't dried out too much because I haven't used it in a while. I might add some of the Fix Plus into it if I need to, but yeah, that'll be a great one to use because I haven't been using it in so long. My brow is actually one of my favorite brows. It's the Precisely My Brow, and I use the shade 2. I also have the number 3. I originally bought number 3 and then I got number 2, and I prefer number 2 for my more natural days. So I'm really happy to be using this because I've been using this sparingly because I love it so much. I always pick my eyeshadow palette first to see if I want a cream or a single eyeshadow, and I decided based on the palette I picked that I'd have a single eyeshadow, and the one that I picked out is one of my Mecca ones. It is this one, Like Whatever, the purple shade, and I love this. I've used this quite a lot. I just really enjoy using it. It's a beautiful, beautiful lilac purple. So that's my single, and I'm really glad I got this single because my eyeshadow palette I chose is really neutral. I don't pick mascaras because I focus on 1 or 2 so I don't dry the rest of them out. So I'll go over to my lip liner, and I picked the Lime Crime one in Poison, which is this one here. So it's like a nice, like a blue red. So that'll be nice. Okay, so I decided to pick a liquid lipstick and then a gloss as like an everyday option because when I wear a liquid lipstick, it's very rare, so it's not something I'll wear every day. The color I chose is a Lime Crime again because they're my majority. What is this one? Yeah. So the shade that I chose is True Love, and it's really beautiful. It's like a pinky red. Can you kind of tell? It's hard to tell on camera. And it's actually one of my favorites. It's just stunning. It's a red, but it's a very summery pink red. So the lip gloss that I chose is actually the newest to my collection. It is the Rom and brand, the K-Beauty brand. And it's just a clear gloss, but you can see it's got some glitter in it, so that'll be a nice everyday option. So the eyeshadow palette that I picked out is one I haven't been using much, so I'm really happy to have this, and it's my Colourpop Going Coconuts. And it's such a beautiful palette. I'm so glad I picked this one out. And it's going to go beautifully with my Pop of Colour single option. So I'm really excited to have this for the week. So I'm going to just pick out a makeup bag and we're going to put it all together. I'm just going to show you, I'm actually moving. So everything is everywhere because I decided to throw out a really old drawer set and get a new one for the new place. So everything is just on top of my dressing table at the moment. It's really chaotic because I have no space to put all the stuff I took out of the drawers. I'm just going to use my black Sephora bag. I got it for free at one stage. I don't remember when or why. Alright, so that is everything. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please like and subscribe if you are new here, like if you're not new here and like the video. Other than that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!